still recording that?
No, 1 second. She tells me.
I'm not going to order the regular meeting of the Board of Plattsburgh Municipal Lighting Department for February 29th, 2024, 5:30 PM. Roll call of directors. Director Bond. Here. Director Avery.
Here.
Director Gibbs, absent. Director Talon.
Here.
Director Manette.
Here.
And Director Moore. Director Rosenquist is absent. Director Tracy is here. And CFO Kluge is not. Okay. I trust everybody has read the minutes of the previous meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. By Dave. Councilor Manette. Director. Sorry. Seconded by Councilor Bond, or Director Bond, sorry. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. Financial report presented by MLD Manager Bill Tracy.
As you can see from our chart, January 2024, our revenues exceeded our expenditures, which is good. It was very close, but mostly that was due to the electric bill being so high a month. We actually bought 10 million kilowatt hours more than in December, the energy usage in the city. Then, as Director Moore pointed out, our recs and zecs continue to climb. For last year, last year we spent a total of almost $3 million on the recs and zecs. And if you're not familiar with them, the ZECs are zero emission credits, therefore keeping 4 nuclear power plants in western New York online. It was a deal that Governor Coleman made at the time with the owner that, who was planning to shut them down because he was losing money, that he would offset that so that they wouldn't lose money in order to help greenhouse gas emissions. The RECs are for solar and wind farms that are being constructed throughout the state. There's several level tiers. Tier 1 is solar and wind that was built after 2017. Yes, 2017 when the Clean Air Standard was put in. The Tier 2 are wind and solar farms that were built prior to 2017 before. Because the owners of those farms said they were going to shut down everything if they didn't get subsidies. So they agreed to give them that. Tier 3 are the ZECs. Tier 4 RECs, we haven't received any yet, but they're probably coming within the next year or so. Therefore, solar and wind farms to be built down around the New York City area. Up to now, nobody wanted to build down in Westchester County, Rockland, or Long Island because of the cost of buying land down there. So eventually, I believe there are some doing that, so they will get added to our bills in the future. And then we have the ocean wind farms that will come probably starting around 2026. And that's basically all I have for the finance, unless somebody has a question.
Any discussion? If not, be it resolved that the financial report as read is hereby ordered, received, and placed on file among the public records of the MLD office. I entertain a motion to approve the financial report. Councilor Talon, I think you raised your hand.
Oh, well, sure.
Second, Director Bond. All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Oh, I have to do a roll call on this one, sorry. Director Bond,
Yes.
Director Avery,
Yes.
Director Gibbs, Director Tower,
Yes.
Director Manette,
Yes.
and Director Moore, yes, and Director Rosenquist is not. So now the departmental reports presented by MLD Manager Bill Tracy.
I provided you a package, work in progress that we've been working on the last couple of months. Most of it's basic maintenance. We did, put up and take down the Christmas ornaments. We are right now doing tree removal and trimming along our transmission lines, north of the city towards Beavertown. This is usually the only time we can get in there, because with water levels, the ground being muddy and stuff. Fortunately, this year didn't freeze up as like it's done in the past, so it's been tricky in a few places. We've also been, last year we were required under straight voltage rules from, Public Service Commission to inspect all of our 3,000 plus poles in the city, which we have done. And we've been working on, we found some things with them, such as, grounding, people are still stealing copper. So we've had to replace, not as bad as they used to, but we had that. But there was about a dozen poles we had to replace the copper lines on them because they had magically disappeared. Typically, it's about this high up down. I think as far as they could reach. We had some guying issues that we had to fix because the guy lines had gotten loose. And then we had some issues with things loosening up on the pole that we needed to go up and tighten up. So we've been doing that, and we've got some other stuff that we've been doing. So basically getting through the maintenance with the weather we're getting of late. And it's going good. We're still converting our HVS streetlights, our high pressure sodium streetlights to LED lights. We're probably about 88% complete. Many of the main roads are already done. It's basically the side streets now, secondary streets to get them done. Hopefully by the end of this year, we should have that about done. As for the IEP program, it's moving along as usual. We do have our rebate program. Director Moore pointed out, we used to have the forms when we were over there at 6 Miller Street in the finance office there, but the customers in the last couple of years have been contacting me either by phone or by email, and we've been mailing them the forms or emailing them, whichever they prefer. So that's still in progress. We will be installing, finally, that we got the heat pumps, we will be installing them this May at 217 Sharon. And then we've helped with some lighting projects, various lighting projects in the city that are complete at this point. So everything is moving along fairly well.
Are there any other questions for MLD Manager Bill Tracy? If not, we'll move on to item 4, bid request. 4A, be it resolved that in accordance with the request, therefore, MLD Board approves the MLD to advertise for bids, PMLD bid number 2024-2-1, with utility poles, bid opening date is April 9th, 2024, at 11 a.m. in the Common Council chambers. Any discussion on the utility poles? I think we already talked about it. There is no discussion. Entertain a motion to put out bids for utility poles. Director Bond, second. Director Manette. Roll call. Director Bond,
Yes.
Director Avery,
Yes.
Director Talon,
Yes.
Director Manette,
Yes.
Director Moore, yes. Adopted. I'll try to read this kind of fast. Travel requests. Resolved that in accordance with the request, therefore, the MLD Board approves MLD travel requests for 2024. 1, line helper apprentices John Coro and Kellen Kluge to attend the required 4th year of lineman training held at Fairport, New York, at an estimated cost of $1,700 each for the following travel dates: May 27th through 31st, 24, July 8th through 12th, 2024, September 23rd through 27th, 2024, and October 21st through 25th, 2024. 2 line helper apprentices, Dakota Smart and Joshua LaFave, will attend the required first year of lineman training held at Fairport, New York, with an estimated cost of $1,700 for each of the following travel dates: May 6th through 10th, 24, June 3rd through 7th, 24, September 2nd through 6th, 2024, and September 30th through October 4th, 2024. Finance Officer Kelly Kluge to attend the Accounting and Finance Workshop in East Syracuse, New York, from November 6th and 7th, 2024, total $550. Bill Tracy to attend the following meetings: the semi-annual MEUA conference, the annual NYMPA meeting, the annual MEUA meeting, the engineering workshop, and the semi-annual New York MPA meeting. Okay, I'll remember that. Entertain a motion to approve the travel dates.
And this typically is all we travel a year. I normally list it at the beginning of the year. I think only once in 20 years it's changed. And for the new people here, well, the first 2 are, we hired people to become linemen. They come in as lineman helpers. We have to put them through a 4-year training course. Our association, the NUA, Municipal Electric Utility Association, runs a training school at Fairport, New York. So 4 times a year, for 1 week time frame, they take classroom training there, tests. They get to climb the pole an awful lot of number of times. The new guys are going to have a shock because the instructor there welcomes them in the first morning and then says, now you got to go up and down this pole 100 times.
Holy moly.
Yeah, well, it's to break them in. If they didn't have muscles in their arms and legs at the start of this, they will by the end of it. So that's the first year. The first guys there, a 4th year, they finish their training in October this year. And normally what happens then is, once they complete their training, they're provisionally promoted to linemen, pending the exam. When the exam occurs, it's up to civil service. Sometimes it takes a year. One case, it took nearly 4 years before they gave the civil service exam. But once we move them up, they're getting lineman pay, and they do work just like a regular lineman, because they are qualified at that point. Still rookies to a certain extent, but they met all the training requirements and everything to be journey linemen.
That's a good job.
Yes. Not many people want to do it, unfortunately.
I was there a couple times, but he was terrified, so.
Well, you have to get over like heights for starters, and you have to like working around high voltage electricity. If you're worried about either one of those, you're not made to be a lineman.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but that's me. Now, flying airplanes is my taste. I like doing that, which people think I'm crazy. But, so that's our training for this full year.
Is there any further discussion on the travel dates? Okay. Entertain a motion to approve the travel. Counselor, or Director Avery, sorry, and Director Talon second. Roll call. Director Bonner?
Yes.
Director Avery?
Yes.
Director Talon?
Yes.
Director Manette?
Yes.
Director Moore? Yes. Motion is carried. Monthly write-offs.
Can I make a motion to forego the reading of this? Can't I do that? Can't I say,
Well,
I make a motion to,
you can make a motion to shorten it. I would have to tell the, the amount, like, well,
Since it's printed,
I'll-
you can
I'll-
just do monthly write-offs and then do the first. You don't have to read all. And I think they've read everything before my experience.
I make a motion to forego the reading of this.
okay. Motion by Director Bond, second.
Second.
Second, Director Talon. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any further, if there's no further discussion, we can proceed to vote on this. This is the monthly write-offs.
We're required by the Public Service Commission law that we have to do this. I agree, for every month where we have, basically, these are people that we can no longer find and left us with a bill. So we're required by state law to do this. Basically, we do it every 3 months. Because we have 4 meetings, so look, right now, this is January, February, March, April, May, June, so forth.
Director Avery and I met with you.
Yes,
To discuss this.
yes.
And as you can see, it's a very small amount. It's not, it's as good as you could hope for with
Yes.
people out there not.
Plus, we're doing the write-offs out of our ledger. However, these bills do stay in the finances records. That sometimes these people will disappear in the night. They go out to the town of Plattsburgh, for example, deny it, run the bills up there, get in trouble out there, then they try to sneak back in the city. That's when we usually catch them.
And that recovered amount is included in the report. So-
Yeah, that's what we've so far collected. Also, some of them, if we know where they live and so forth, we do take them to court and we get a judgment against them. Now, that doesn't mean they're necessarily gonna pay, but what happens is the city court then notifies 3 credit bureaus that they defaulted on their utility bill. So when, if they decide to go buy a car a few years down the line, or a house or something, or any kind of credit, where they gotta get a credit report, the first thing that shows up in the credit report is derogatory information, and that will show up there. We've had a number come in, very upset about it, but, yeah, they paid it, because that's the only way they can get it off and do what they want to do.
Gotcha.
Once they come in and tell us they make the payment, we notify the court clerk, and she sends the notification then to the credit bureaus to remove them.
Is there any further discussion on the monthly write-offs? Okay, well, I'll entertain the motion to approve the monthly write-offs, Councilor, Director Bond, Director Monette. Okay, Director Bond,
Yes.
Director Avery,
Yes.
Director Talbot,
Yes.
Director Manette,
Yes.
Director Moore, yes. Write-offs are approved. Is there any old business? Is there any new business? Not an entertaining motion to adjourn. Councilor Bond, Director Bond,
I'll second.
and Director Manette second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Bill.